Hello there, everybody. This is another edition of the TBL here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. I am your host, Ten-acious Earl, and we are going to have another game from Miami and Baltimore. Miami leading the league currently 16-9. Baltimore just a game or a couple games out of last place. They're in ninth place, tied for seventh. Actually, I guess is how you would put it, because it's a three-way tie at 11-14. Trying a little different setup here again. This is probably a little bit closer to what maybe Tabletop Earl does on when he does his games. One thing I was noticing after watching back the videos from Sunday is that sometimes the dice, where I put the dice, they kind of look skewed. So if you put a D20 over here, that can kind of look more like a 19 when it's actually a 3. So if I put it here, it's pretty easy to see it's a 3, So I think what I'm going to try to do is roll them on the chart here and see how that goes. So both teams rolled solitary usage chart roll 1. So it was the center fielder and third baseman. And in both of those cases, neither of those guys had to sit out. So it's basically actually I'm wrong. Baltimore, Ryan Flaherty had to sit, which isn't a big deal. But they are having to use Paul Yanish at third. And Miami's one game away from getting Hechavarria back at short, so they're having to do some strange manipulations here with their defense. They're using Martin Prado at short in this game, who is not rated for short. He has played short in the past, and my conviction would be that if the Marlins were put in this situation, they might be very tempted to use him at shortstop, and so we're going to go ahead and give him the worst shortstop rating and try and get them through the game with that, because they not only have Hechavarria out, they also have Derek Dietrich, who currently with the Reds is actually extremely hot right now. He's playing some of the best ball of his career. But with the Marlins, he wasn't bad either, but not nearly on the same pace or tear that he is right now. So we're going to try and see how this works out for Miami. They have a couple games. Well, they have one game, I think, ahead of the Mets. But they're solidly in a playoff spot right now. And they're going to try to get by with Prado at short and see if they can take care of the Orioles here. The Orioles going with Gossman, so it should be a little bit better than what they did the other night with, I believe it was Mike Wright, who I think that he gave up, I don't know how many runs he gave up, but the Orioles lost 13-0. So we do need to check ballpark effects. It's a night game in May, so that's a 12. I don't know. It's a little bit off the center, so I'm getting some glare. I don't know if, let's see, that probably a little too much. Let's try. We'll try this. See if I can get the light without the glare. There is just a little bit right there. You can see it goes away when I put my finger over that. What I really need is like a screen right about there, probably. But hey, some of us have the money to put together nice studios, and others of us don't. All right, so they are average. This is an average night at Camden Yards, so that's going to be ballpark singles will be 8s, and the home runs from the left side it will be 13, and from the right 10. So still a pretty decent chance at some dingers. Hi, Steve Coe, as we get started here. So it'll be Prado, Yelich, Bohr, Stanton, Real Muto, Ozuna, Johnson, Rojas, and Chen. That's the order for the Marlins. And again, Prado at short, Rojas second, Chris Johnson third base. Probably the only kind of oddball lineup or defensive setup changes there. So for the Orioles, it'll be Jones, Scope, Machado, Davis, Trumbo, Wieters, Reimold, Janisch, and Gossman. It's going to be Reimold in left, and Janisch at third base. That means Machado's at short. So let's go. Prado will lead off against Kevin Gausman, right-hander for the Orioles, left-hander on the mound for the Marlins. So we'll have a little bit to pay attention to here. Here's Prado. So it's a 1-7, and he draws a walk right off the bat. He's not going to be trying to steal here. Gausman not bad at holding, and Wieters good with an arm, so that's a -4 factor. Not really a good running condition here unless you got somebody really speedy. So Yelich, you are going to check, and oh boy, a chance at a balk or a passed ball. It would be a balk, and Gausman has a 0 balk rating, so we don't have to worry about him. We don't have to worry about Chen either. So here's Yelich. 2-5. Well, there's a second walk, so Gausman a little bit wild to start the game. Brings up Bohr. 5-5 against the lefty. He strikes out, so Bohr is the first out. It'll be Giancarlo Stanton. There's 8. 4-5. We've gotten some 5s here on the colored dice, the orange ones. Righty 4-5 is another strikeout. So Gausman kind of, and Yelich is going to be, and Yelich, he's going to try to score. Orioles will try to get him here, so it's a double to left. It says I'm dropping frames. That's not good. Though it looks like I've stopped dropping them here lately, so maybe that's good. Okay. I don't know. Let me know if the quality has gone down or ended the video. Let's see. Real Muto is not going to try to make it to third. It's going to be thrown home. It's going to be a 1-18. And he does score, so. Real Muto, 2-run double with 2 outs. And it's 2-0 Miami. Now runner at second with Ozuna up. 1-9, and that is going to be a pop-up to short. That is the clutch, what I call the anti-clutch single, so that's a pop to short, which will end the inning. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and Ozuna gets the anti-clutch. So, again, please let me know if you're experiencing any quality issues here, aside from me hacking and coughing. All right, so to the bottom of the first. And I got to turn on this little fan here. It's 2-0 Miami, and it will be Adam Jones leading off. Hi, Manny Rivera. 5-9 against a righty. It's a grounder to short. And that is Prado with his first chance. Scope. Well, another 5-9, and that's another grounder to short. And Manny Machado. There's 5-11 against a righty. It's a fly ball to left. It's going to be Yelich 1-7, 1-11, no problem there, and he makes the play. And Chen with a 1-2-3 inning, all off of his card. So now it's Chris Johnson. 6-11. Fly ball to right field. Well, that's Trumbo. This is a sore spot for the Orioles. 5-11, 5-10. That's going to be a single, I'm pretty sure. And then the E11 and a 12. I think that's going to be okay. No error, but it is going to be, it's a single. Leadoff single for Chris Johnson. One moment, I'm going to check on my phone here to see if I'm still doing all right here. Yeah, looks okay. So I'm going to keep going. So runner at first, Johnson not a steal threat. Miami continues to just have, that's a 10, have things go their way. That's a 4-2 against a righty. That's a ballpark single chance, 1-8. Well, there's a 10, so that'll be a liner to Machado, 1 out. Pitcher's up. Chen, not a very good bunter, but he'll have to take his E rating with the infield playing in to stop the bunt. That's an 8, so that's 1-2. They'll play back now and give him room, so he'll go up to a D. That's a 10, so that is a bad. So that's going to be a play made by the third baseman, I believe. Let's see. No, it's a first baseman. So the bad play is bad bunt, lead runner thrown out. So that's a 3-6. Fielder's choice. And now 2 outs and Chen at first. And so Prado up, walk his first time up, 4-9 righty, and a single to left. Chen will have to hold up at second, and now Yelich with 2 outs. Well, and the potential for a wild pitch, 1-9. No wild pitch. 3-9. That's going to be, there you go. That's the clutch roll. So that's 3-9. Normally a strikeout, but with the Omega, that's going to be a single 2-star, and he scores Chen from second. So Yelich with a clutch hit, and now it's 3-0. First and third with 2 outs still. Be Justin Bohr. 3-4. Fly ball to right field, and that will be caught by Trumbo this time. His lack of range caused the leadoff single there, which allowed, well, it at least kind of gave the inning a little bit of length, which allowed 1 run to score. Bottom of the second. And now the much maligned Chris Davis. Caught a lot of flack this season so far. I don't know if he's been relieved of his duties at first base or if he's still trying to give it a go. Against the lefty, 4-10. It's a pop out to first. And Chen is getting all the pitcher's card rolls right now. Here's Mark Trumbo. 6-7 righty. Well, that's going to be a single or a triple on a 1 or a 2, and it's a 4. So that's a single. So the first hit of the game for the Orioles. And Wieters. 3-4, and that's going to keep it at the minimum. That's going to be a grounder to third. Around the horn, double play. Another 0 on the board for the Orioles. They're on 11 innings shut out so far by the Marlins. Hello, Tribe fan. So, Manny, I will take this under consideration. That's a good thought. I'll see if I can put my collective brain cells together and see if I can do something in the coming week or two. Here's Stanton. He gets a 6-7, and that's a grounder to second base. In just a second here, you know what? I made a mistake. What was that roll? That was 6-7, right? I made a mistake. I looked at the wrong side of the card. This is a strikeout for Wieters. Wieters is a 3-4 strikeout for a lefty. So we'll take Reimold with the 6-7. Well, let's roll this. There's no problem with that. But so now the 6-7 is another hit. No, not the triple, but it is. So the bottom of the second was still alive here with 2 outs, and it's going to be a single for Reimold. I'll bring up Giannis with first and third and 2 outs. Make sure I don't take anything from the Orioles here. 3-8. Well, and there's a double, so it's a good thing we went back to this. So that's a double to left. See if I can get this into the light where you can kind of see that that is 3-8 on the left-hand side is a double to left. Trumbo will score. Reimold is going to try to score. We will send him, try to get them another run here with 2 outs. So Reimold 13 wouldn't be held. Correct? Yeah, he's not a stolen base threat. So 13, so that makes 14, and then 15, 16 because it's 2 outs. Left fielder is Yelich with a -1, so that's a 1 to 15 chance, and he scores. So 2 RBIs for Paul Giannis with the double, and it is 3-2 now. So Marlins fans, I won't make any jokes about how numerous they are, but may not be happy about this, but Gossman is going to strike out here to finally end the second inning. So they get 2 runs there. Got to pay attention to the lefty-righty, and it makes it tough when you got one of each. So Stanton, 6'10". If that were Chen, if that were one of the Orioles, that would be his injury. But Gossman is a 6'12". This is a 6'10" righty, and that's a strikeout. Real Muto, 4'9" righty, is a single. 2 for 2 for JT. Again, not a great condition to steal here. So here's Zuna. 3-8. Can you see that? That's a 3-8. And that's a strikeout. Now Chris Johnson. 1-5. He's going to double. And Real Muto is speedy. It's a double to left again. So Reimold is 0. It's going to be a 1 to 17 for Real Muto. Or wait, they were definitely holding JT on. So that's going to actually take for him from 14 to 13. Now 15, so 1 to 15 chance. And he also scores. So RBI double with 2 outs from Chris Johnson, and it's back to 4-2. Rojas. Gausman will pitch to him. 6'7" righty, grounded to second base. Scope 2E8, not holding Johnson. 2-13. So, I mean, real quick, Manny, if you're still hanging around. So the 2, you go to this chart here. He's rated 2, and then you cross-reference 13. It says G1, and then he is an E8. So you go to the second base column, and you check out E8, and as long as it's not 16, 17, or 18, which it's not, then that is going to be the play made for 3 to end the inning, but they do get a run. But I will do a tutorial that will be a little bit more in-depth because there are some little adjustments that need to be made at times. Bottom of the third, Jones leading off, top of the order. Right-hander 4-10, that's a ballpark single chance. 1-8, 19, so it will be a liner to Prado. 1-9 against the lefty, strikes out. 0-2, Machado. There's a 4-9. That's a ballpark home run chance. Does have normal power against lefties. This is a 1-10. And at 16, it will stay in the park and be caught by Yelich to end the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Chen. Top of the fourth, 4-2 Marlins. Chen at the plate, and that's going to be a grounder back to Gausman. Prado, there's 2-6. That's a grounder to Machado, and he throws to first. And now Christian Yelich. 3-10. That's a ballpark home run chance. Lefty 1-13. Gone. Solo home run. 5-2. And Gausman is kind of struggling. 2-out solo home run. Here's Bohr. Lefty 5-6 strikes out to end the inning, but they have gone without zeros so far. It is 5-2. Now Chris Davis. 1-9. He strikes out against the lefty. Trumbo. 5-9 righty. That's a grounder to Prado. No E chances for Prado yet, who is not rated at short, so it's going to be Wieters. Batting from the right side will be 5-4. That's a ballpark home run chance. Normal power for Wieters as well, so he's batting from the right. 1-10, and it's an 11. So I need to check Clem's, let's see, Camden Yards, Clem, and left field is 7, so 7 feet tall, so he does have a chance here. So it'll be the center fielder check. So it's Ozuna, which is a 3. That's good because he's a 3 range. Yelich is 1, so with the robbing a home run, it's going to be better 1-3 if it was Yelich and left, but because it's the high range of the out, it'll be Ozuna, which is a 1-11 home run, 12-20 out, and it's gone. So 5-3 Wieters parks one into the left field bleachers, just over the glove of Ozuna, deep in left field. And now Reimold, 2-10. That's a grounder to first. Oh, wait, now I'm again looking from. It's 2-10. I was looking on the right side. It's the left side. That is a single, and it brings up Giannis again. Giannis with a 2-run double at the end of the second. That's a 12 over here on the D20. I don't think you need to see that. You can trust me. 2-10 again. Liner to third base. That will cut that one short, but they do get a run. 5-3. Going to the fifth. Maybe Gausman's last. They may need to pinch hit for him here. Keep bumping the table. I apologize for that. Here's Stanton. Righty 6-4. Grounder to short. That'll be Machado. 2 E23, 2 and 10, no problem. Oh, and E23 and 16. he may he may commit an error here. Let's see. 23 and 16. No, he does not. 23 is either a 3 or a 13 for a 1 base error. 17 or 18 ends up with like an overthrow 2 base error into the seats or whatever. So this will be a good play by Machado, and that'll be the first out. JT 2 for 2 so far. 311. That's one of these ballpark correction chances. 1 to 10 is a single, and it is a single. So may try stealing with Real Muto if Ozuna gets out here. 6-5 righty. It's a grounder to shortstop. Could be a double play for Machado. They are holding Real Muto, but Ozuna's righty, so it's still going to be 2E23. 2 and 16 is going to be a G1, which would be a double play as long as he doesn't make an error. And he does not. That's 11. And 13 was going to be an error, if you recall. So that is 6-4-3 to end the inning. And finally, Gausman puts a 0 on the board. And because of that, I think we'll try to get another. Nah, we're not going to. They need some runs. It's 5-3. Miami on top. And they're going to get Oliver Drake. Let's see who's coming up. Johnson and Rojas. Yeah, they'll get Oliver Drake warming up. And they're going to pinch hit here with excuse me, Joey Rickard. So pinch hitter in the bottom of the 5th. Early exit for Gausman. Could still win it if they lodge a comeback here, but he also is on the hook for the loss if they don't come back. So Rickard, righty 6-9. It's a grounder to short. Well, here is Prado, and this is 5E88. So 5 and 4 is going to be a single, and this could be a single and an error. Let's see. Let's say E88 and 8 is, it's not an error, but his lack of range gets Rickard a single, so he is aboard. That brings up Adam Jones. They're not holding Rickard on, so the hit and run would not be a great opportunity right at the moment. There's 6-7 against a righty, and that's going to be, that's that triple 1 to 2. It's a 3. That'll be a single, but it'll move the runner to third. First and third, nobody out. That will bring up Scope. Orioles knocking on the door. Chen is not in danger of being tired at the moment, but Miami's going to have to start thinking about maybe the bullpen getting up here in a minute. 5-4 righty. That's normal power. That's another ballpark home run chance. 1 to 10. Can they have one go their way here? 1 to 10. And it's another. So that's a 10. That's another robbing chance. And this is going to be Yelich, because it's the low end of the yes home run chance. So it's going to be a 1 to 3 is a home run, because his range rating is a 1. So 1 to 3 a home run. Otherwise, it's a fly out. It's a 9. And so that will be an out. Although I do believe that will be a sac fly. And in comes Rickard to score. And that'll be an RBI for Scope. So long fly ball scores the runner. And it's 5-4. Jones cannot advance. So Let's see. Jones not a stolen base threat. Here's Machado. Haven't gotten much out of Manny this year so far. They'd love to see him crack one. 3-7. Nope. That's going to be a double play ball to end the inning. Grounder to Prado, and he starts the 6-4-3. They do get a run, but it's 5-4. And Gossman is lifted for Oliver Drake. Whoops, wrong side. Okay, so Chris Johnson against Drake. Righty against righty. 2-6, that's a strikeout. Miguel Rojas. 1-4, that's a grounder right back to Drake. And so now with 2 outs, it'll be Chen, and they will let him hit. Righty 4-8, struck him out. 1-2-3 inning for Oliver Drake. They may give him another inning. So bottom of the 6th, 5-4. Marlins hanging on by the skin of their teeth at the moment. That'll be Chris Davis. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 5-9, that's a strikeout. 0-for-3 for Davis, 2 strikeouts. Trumbo. 2-9 ballpark home run chance. If we weren't using ballpark effects, it'd be a 1-19. But right now it's 1-10, and it is gone. The ball game is tied. Trumbo goes deep, and it is out of here. And the Orioles have tied it up, and the Marlins are going to have to start thinking about some bullpen action here. They will get, let's see, what do they have? They've got a lot of righty guys coming up, so they're going to get Nick Whitgren stirring around. Tie ball game with Wieters up. He hit homered in his last at bat, 1-for-2. 3-7, that's a fly ball to left. That's the second out. And now Reimold, 1-6, strikes out to end the 6th, but it is 5-5. Even though he's registered 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 strikeouts. Chen has given up 5 runs, and it looks like that will be his night probably. And so the Mets and the Pirates are looking at this one and hoping that maybe the Orioles can find a little more offense here. So Prado up against, they're going to leave Drake in. 5-7 against a righty. It's a grounder to shortstop. 1 out for Yelich. 6-7 lefty is a grounder to second base. Scope 2 E8, 2-10, and a 10 makes the play easily. Now Justin Bohr. Lefty 6-5, grounder to shortstop. Machado 2E23. That's 14, so he does make the play. To retire the side, another 1-2-3 inning for Drake. That will be at 7th inning stretch, 5-5. Orioles will they're going to warm up Michael Givens. And the Marlins are going to go to their bullpen. And it will be Whitgren. Okay. Righty, righty. Yeah, they're going to stick with Giannis here. Righty 6-8. Well, that's going to be at least a single, probably a double, 1-16, and it's a 2. So a double for Giannis. 2 doubles, 2 for 3, and Drake's spot comes up in the order. And they are going to have Pedro Alvarez come up. And the Marlins are going to, as some of my cards are falling down, are going to, the manager's going to go to the mound and throw up the left arm, and Mike Dunn is going to come in to face Alvarez. So Alvarez is announced as the pinch hitter, and Dunn is on to face him, and they will not pull him back. They will go ahead and let him hit. Runner at second, nobody out. Two 6 is a strikeout. So Alvarez retired. Brings up Adam Jones. Three. That's a grounder to second base. The runner will advance, but that's going to be the second out. It's going to be left up to Scope, who pounded a sac fly. 0 for 2 so far. Can he get a single? Ooh, chance at either a balk or a passed ball. Done. Well, it would be a passed ball if Real Muto, who has a 1-2 rating, if it's a 1 or a 2 here, it's a 7, so no passed ball. Scope. 311. That's a ballpark home run. Can he get this one to go? He hit one deep the last time up, and it just fell short. Can he do it against the lefty? It's gone. That is a 9. And it is out of here, and that is a 2-run bomb. 7-5. What a clutch home run by Scope. He finally is able to get one to clear. 311 against the lefty, and Dunn. Maybe the Marlins should have gone back to the well, but Machado now. 2-7. That's going to be more problems for Dunn. And that will be that was a 2-7, correct? Yeah, that was so that's a single. Brings up Chris Davis, lefty. So the Marlins will. They're going to get Kyle Bearclaw up just in case Dunn can't emerge from Davis with the final out. 4-10 lefty, catcher X. So Real Muto is a 2, E2. 2-11. So this is going to go into the. That's a potential pop out. So that would be good as long as he doesn't err, and he doesn't. So that's going to be a pop out to Real Muto to end the inning. But a 2-run homer puts the Orioles up 7-5. And I believe Britton is available, but if they use him tonight, they may have to give him the day off tomorrow. So here's Gibbons. Drake with 2 good innings pitched. And they will leave Gibbons in the in the 9 hole. Okay. So Justin Bohr against Gibbons. 5-8 lefty. Well, he gives up a walk. Brings up Real Muto. Whoa, I'm wrong. It's against Stanton. 5-8 against a righty. Let's try this again. Is a strikeout, so much different result, and that's 1 out. Real Muto. Oh, there's another 5-8. That's another strikeout. So Gibbons, 2 lucky rolls back to back, and here's Ozuna. 3-7, grounder to short. Machado to first, ends the inning. So 3 more outs, and the Orioles will tie this series up. Marlins will bring in Barraclaw. Face Trumbo. 2-4, 1-4 home run. Could he get back-to-back homers here? 15, that'll be a fly ball left. That's 1 out. Matt Wieters. 2-8, that's a grounder to short. Now Reimold. 3-11, that's a 1-14 single chance. It's a 10. Bearclaw not good at holding runners. Reimold will try to get into scoring position here if he can get a lead. He doesn't want to see 9 through 12. He gets thrown out right off the bat. So that's a caught stealing without even having to worry about it. Ends the inning. No runs, a hit, nobody left. Now we're going to go to the 9th, and the Orioles are going to call on Britton here. They could use Brad Brock instead, but they want to calm this down immediately. And so it will be Britton. And so let's see, who do the Marlins have? They have Ichiro and they have Cole Gillespie. So Chris Johnson. They're gonna just have to stick with Johnson here. So Johnson against Britton, bottom of the order. So they're gonna need a pinch hitter for for the pitcher spot, Bearclaw spot. Johnson with a 4-3 righty. Well, that's a walk. How about that? So 7-5 brings up Miguel Rojas. Britton good at holding runners. So here's Rojas. 6-6 righty is a strikeout. So here is the pitcher spot. They're going to have Cole Gillespie come up. Facing Britton. 6-8 righty is a grounder to shortstop. Machado makes the play, and it's going to be to the top of the order. And it'll be their last chance with Martin Prado. 5-11 righty. That's a fly ball to right. Underneath it, Trumbo. He's going to catch it. That will be the ball game. Orioles do win. Leadoff walk makes no difference. 7-5 your final here from Camden Yards. The win goes to Oliver Drake. The loss to Mike Dunn. Save Britton. And that is your final. So, big 2-run home run from Jonathan Scope is the difference in this one, as well as a solo home run from Trumbo to tie it in the 6th. So take a moment here to adjust my view a little bit. And so this one is in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Marlins have been pretty hot. Finally get their 10th loss out of 26 games. So a good start for them. The Mets will be glad to see that. They may have a chance against Pittsburgh in the final game of that series to try and pull even with Miami at the top of the order, at the top of the standings. How about that? A couple of NL East teams doing pretty well here. Pittsburgh is also in that mix as well. So, and then you got a few teams right in the middle. So, yeah. Anyway, just thought I would try to get a game in here. I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I don't know how many I'll be able to play. Maybe not too many, but I'll try and squeeze one in somewhere along the way if the time schedule allows. So, again, thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Trying a couple different things, couple different views, couple different tactics to see if it gets any response, good or bad or otherwise. Thanks for the idea, Manny. I may try and do something to try and help explain a little bit of super advanced defense. Just depends on when I can kind of get that, collect my thoughts around the topic and try to get it together and make sure I do something thorough before I put something out. But anyway, Friday night quiet chat, not a big surprise. I hope you guys are having a good night out. If you're watching this after the fact, hope you guys have a great weekend. If you could slap the like button at some point, that would be great. And thank you for our 1,100 and change subscribers. Each one of you just kind of keeps us focused on the task at hand, which is trying to bring you guys entertainment. So just let us know how we can do anything better. We'll just keep on plugging away. So until next time, keep the dice rolling and have fun playing tabletop baseball. We'll see you soon.